It was really cool. It was such a project of love. It was like one of those things where, I've been friends with Terrace and Rob for years, and we've always worked together, but we hadn't had a chance to really work together at this level, where we're really making a record together. And, to kind of have that pan out to be to make so much noise in a good way, it's been really great. It's the foundation of our heritage in a lot of ways. It's a big piece of our foundation of our heritage, and it's it to me, jazz music kind of represented the intellectual emancipation of our people, in a large way, in a way that disproved a lot of the ideas about us not being able to think and things like that, because it made the most complicated, difficult music that existed in the world at that point. And so we can never forget that, and we should cherish that. And, for us, it was like, jazz has always been there for us, and it's always been a part of us. And even though we made other styles of music and we love other styles of music, we never forgot what jazz was to us. And, that's all we really did was just play the music in the way that we heard it, and it turned out that spoke to people. Well, it was always there too, like people like Dr. Dre was always using jazz, and like DJ Battlecat, who performs with me sometimes, he's a big jazz head, and so and then obviously like the Q-Tips and the Jay Dillas of the world have always been tapped into jazz. And so what it was is that we, I think our approach to the music made them want to kind of put it more into the front. It was always kind of like a force that was kind of pushing that hip hop and R&B and rock and roll. It's always been in there. And if you talk to any of those artists, they're all like say it. And kind of even like before we got our own solo projects out, we were always kind of mixing what we had into that music. And at a certain point, they realized like, oh, let's pull it to the front a little bit. And that's kind of like what it is.
Oh man, it was so many things that happened with this album. I felt like halfway through recording it, the songs were shaping up in such of a specific way. During a pandemic, I wrote a large majority of the album, and I always wanted to make music like my heroes, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, music that reflected the times, and I had a chance to do that with this particular project. And once that was happening, Sly and the Family Stone as well. Once that was happening, I felt like I was really doing something special. It was an incredible experience for me. One of the first, I want to say first, but one of the major projects that I've been a part of where I was able to do my thing, like play the organ. I didn't have to like change, who I was to fit, a certain narrative. I was just able to make music, the type of music that Kanye is making, his passion towards the creativity for his mama and what that means to him. It was just a special, time being a part of that thing. I also lost my mother as well, so I understand like where he's coming from, and it's just beautiful to be able to make music out of crazy situations and stuff like that. So I'm really honored and blessed to be a part of it. Yes, yeah. They should let him perform, I wish he was able to perform. I think it would have been crazy to see Kanye perform today. I mean, yes.
It's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It's a group of friends, and we all nominated. Rob's nominated again with Leon Bridges. We are performing with Nas, so it's like, it's very black.
Absolutely. Extremely.
If you're a black artist, you do have a responsibility to be a human tape recorder and report the news to everybody that can't hear it, so we could get allies and make it through challenges. You know what I'm saying? So we just doing, we're just responding to what's going on. As the great Derek Hodge say, I'm just responding to what's going on.
That's it.
So me and Rob was like, when we came with the idea dinner party, we just wanted a group that we could just quickly respond and have a DJ way instead of a band.
Boom, exactly.
And
well, it's because if we don't do it, the history gets erased. We have to make our own history. So many people are so engulfed by the history, but they forget to keep making it. So it's just important for us to be us and be true to who we are, because that's what our jazz legends were doing. They were just being themselves, you know what I mean, and being in the time that they were in. So the true tradition of jazz is to be in the time that you're in.